A weather impact alert for your Tuesday. Heavy rain could lead to some issues on roadways, streams, and creeks. We'll talk about those rivers rising and the impact of this rain.
From Texas to the bi-state, we'll help you get to where you need to go today safely as remnants of Hurricane Beryl pour down on our roads.
I pull up and there is just water everywhere, and my first instinct is like, oh my gosh, my babies are in there. There's no way to get in.
A routine preschool pickup turns into a nightmare. How staff kept kids calm as flash flooding trapped them inside a Jefferson County daycare.
How do you want to spend the Rams settlement money? The meeting happening today that gives St. Louis City neighbors a chance to have their voices heard.
We're playing basketball in Forest Park for the first time ever. What you need to know about the grand opening of the brand new courts.
This is Today in St. Louis, focused on you.
Right now, as we come on the air, the remnants of Hurricane Beryl are pouring down on the bi-state, sending us into a weather impact alert. Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday, July the 9th. I'm Rennie Knott.
And I'm Michelle Lee. Of course, the rain could already be impacting your plans if you're headed out the door. We also know if you're, out and about today, it has shut down 6 Flags. But if you've got a ticket for today, you can use it anytime through Labor Day. In the meantime, we do have team coverage following the storm. So we've got Paul Cook keeping up to date on the commute times. Diamond Palmer is in our storm tracker, keeping an eye on road conditions.
But right now, let's head straight away to our 5-on-your side meteorologist, Mr. Anthony Slaughter. And Anthony, what is the biggest impact that today's rain could have on our area?
Well, I would say if you're driving around, the impact will be, of course, the roadways, but you've probably noticed the rivers are rising. The streams and creeks will rise as well today. And if you have a basement, well, the sub pump is going to get an extra workout today, trying to keep that water from collecting. So there will be many impacts when it comes to the rain. A flood watch has been posted for our area through this evening, and you see the first band of rain has actually arrived overnight, and now we've got several more bands coming in from Arkansas, where the center of the area of low pressure of Beryl is depression now, with winds at the center at 35 miles per hour. So it won't be overly windy today. The heavy rain will get going around lunchtime. Until then, it's light to moderate this morning. This afternoon, the rain wraps up. We'll be up to 78 for the high in St. Louis today. This is all associated with the remnants of Beryl. We'll show you the maps and the futurecast to time it out as this moves through our area coming up in that full forecast. Let's talk about our roadways, though. This morning, now that we're in the 6 a.m. hour, usually congestion happens. And I'm not talking about sneezing. I'm talking about those roads, Paul.
You're not talking about seasonal allergies out there right now. Well, we also have congestion that can happen right now. Seems to be holding on, but construction can be a big deal. Road construction this summer, another record amount, but usually it's weather dependent. So good news there. A lot of that will be on hold today as we rain for most of the day. And, well, this right here is TR Hughes. You can see the lane restrictions, but we're not in a delay type of area yet. This is the big map. Now, I have noticed in an area that is rough, I'm always talking about visibility here. Even as we see first light, you're going to be dealing with a disabled vehicle here at Lewis Road, 44 going eastbound at Lewis Road. There's a big curve and a lot of 18-wheelers that aren't necessarily familiar with the area. You've got a stall right there. I want you to be careful around in Eureka. Another take of traffic coming your way soon, guys. All right, let's talk to Diamond. Diamond Palmer's in our weather impact storm tracker. What's it like out there, Diamond?
Well, Paul, we are actually on 270 southbound in South County, approaching Manchester here. And we've been on both sides of the river, Missouri and Illinois. We've seen a little bit of both things this morning. We've seen the rain kind of slacking. We've seen it kind of come, steady down. And now it's kind of in between right now. But we've seen, obviously, many cars on the highway this morning. Some are, taking things slow, as we've been saying this morning. But some are, of course, still driving fast. You want to be careful if you are out here, of course, as we get later into the morning and the rain really starts to pick up. That's when things could be dangerous. But I want to get some information on your screen here. If you start to see water entering your home, this is what you should do. So you want to keep children and pets away from playing in floodwater, which could carry trash, sewage, and even bacteria. You want to make sure to clean all items touched by floodwaters, including, of course, children's toys. You want to make sure to use one cup of bleach with 5 gallons of water. And of course, throw away any items that cannot be saved or washed, such as mattresses, stuffed animals, baby toys, and wood cutting boards. Of course, you also want to contact your insurance company if needed. Obviously, we've already seen flooding in unincorporated Jefferson County yesterday, but obviously remnants of Hurricane Beryl are coming north here today, so we could see a little bit more of that. Now, impacted areas include southeast of Missouri, including Sparta, Crystal City, and other areas. Again, this rain could be coming down even more steadily today towards the lunchtime hour. As Anthony says, we're taking you back here live look now at the road conditions. You can just see some of that rain getting kicked back to us, so obviously visibility as well is a little difficult in some areas that we've seen on both sides of the river, but just be sure to make sure you are taking things slow. But coming up in the next half hour, we will talk about more what you should do if you find yourself driving in these conditions. Reporting live from the Weather Impact Storm Tracker, Diamond Palmer, 5 on your side.
All right, thanks so much, Diamond. Of course, we've been talking about the roads, conditions, all the impacts that you're going to have this morning, but also take a look at this. This is sent in from our viewer, Emily. She said, this is our home on Burns Mill. We are on vacation, and our subdivision and family kicked in to help and are trying to save what they can. So, you know, we've been talking about that flash flooding in Jefferson County. Also, you know, clearly there might be some impacts to your home this morning. We want to make sure that you're safe as you're headed out the door. Also, that your home is safe as well. Please send us pictures if you can to let us know what is going on in your neighborhood. You can go to 314-425-5355 on your smartphone. Send in those pics and you might see them right here on Today in St. Louis.
Right now, Missouri Task Force 1 is on the ground in the state of Texas, helping with water rescues and the cleanup efforts there in the aftermath of Hurricane Beryl. The team deployed from Boone County with 37 members, 10 ground support personnel, and 3 members from a FEMA incident support group. This morning, we are one step closer to finding out how the city will spend hundreds of millions of dollars from the Rams settlement money.
And our Sydney Stallworth has been tracking this money for months now, bringing you several reports. She's joining us in the studio right now. And Sydney, the big question is, what are some of the projects that could get funding?
Well, Rennie, Michelle, for months we've been telling you ways that you can give your input on this spending, and today you have another chance to weigh in. This afternoon, the St. Louis Board of Aldermen is holding a public meeting at City Hall. They could use this cash to fix 2 of the top priorities residents want to see addressed, and those are using the money to make our city streets more pedestrian friendly and using that settlement money for free or subsidized childcare for residents, a big one for parents. Today's public meeting starts at 3:30 at City Hall. If you can't make it in person, it'll be on Zoom too, and we'll be posting that Zoom link on KSDK.com later on this morning. So here's how much money the Rams settlement gave to the St. Louis metro area, a total of $280 million. That's what was allocated to St. Louis City. $30 million of that money has already been set aside to make some improvements to the Americas Center. The exterior of the building will get some updates, more exhibition space there, and an outdoor garden will be added. Now, city leaders are just trying to figure out how to spend the remaining $250 million. Now, the city asked how to spend that cash, and 12,000 of you weighed in. In our next half hour, how you can weigh in on today's meeting in person and from home, and the progress the city has made so far on where the money should go. But for now, back to you.
Thanks so much, Sydney. A new space for sports in St. Louis City, where and when you can ball in Forest Park starting this week.
Well, the backyard forecast is a soggy one for today. Temperatures in the 70s. The rain is here and it's here to stay. We'll talk about how much is on the way, plus a look at a very warm weekend. Your weather impact forecast is next.